Are you considering full-time travel with a toddler in an RV? Well, then this video is for you. We break down exactly how we made the transition smooth for our 2-year-old, and we provide practical advice on things that you need if you're going to travel full-time with a toddler in an RV. So be sure to watch the whole video to find out what it's been like traveling in an RV for 1 month full-time with our 2-year-old.
Okay.
So how can you prepare for full-time travel with a toddler in a Class A motorhome or an RV? That's what we're going to be breaking down for you in this video, is how we prepared for full-time travel with our little toddler who is 2 years old. Yeah, you're 2 years old? You like the bus?
You're sitting on Benny.
So we decided to leave the comforts of home behind and get a motorhome and travel throughout Florida and the US, because after 2 years of being in lockdown and having a baby, like, it was really difficult to just stay at home and be very isolated, especially in those Canadian winters. So we made a plan that, like, we're going to, well, I put together a plan to be location independent, to make money from anywhere in the world years ago. So once that was figured out, we're like, what are we going to do? We can't just fly everywhere because we have a 120-pound German Shepherd. And I don't think it's the best for the baby to always be bouncing around to different areas. So that's why we came up with the idea of having the motorhome, as we can still have, like, our comforts of home, right? She sleeps in the same bed every day. I'm able to cook her food, and we're able to have a routine that we control. And so that was really important in our decision making of traveling full-time with a toddler. So when it comes to preparing for full-time RV travel with a toddler, the most important thing is really choosing an RV, choosing a rig that is useful for your family. So why did we choose this one, Ilya?
Well, I would say the most important was the storage area, the capacity. It's huge. It's really lots of storage. Yeah, we might not got a king size bed, okay, but
it's a queen.
It's a queen, and it's pretty big bed. But again, some people might say, I want a king size bed, okay, in the RV, but you will sacrifice something instead, and in this case that would be storage.
Yeah, like, because we're traveling with a toddler and a dog, and plus we're coming from Canada to Florida, we had all of our winter clothes, all of our summer clothes. We even have spring and winter, like, and fall. Like, we're prepared for all the elements, for rain. We also, like, we have a hiking, like a toddler hiking bag. We have her bike. It's just here. We might ditch it though because she's not really using it. A stroller. And then, like, toys. Not so many toys, but still, like, crates of it, and books. So check out our video of how we packed for the trip so you can get a real glimpse of the bus and all of our storage compartments. And, like, you'd be surprised about how much, like, you think, oh, I'm gonna downgrade and go into a bus or RV full time. You'd be surprised about, like, how much toys that they actually play with, you know. Like, even though I have all these toys, she's much more just interested in, like, the playgrounds at the parks, or, like, this one's got a zoo, so she's interested in the animals. You don't have to bring so much and you'll be okay. Hungry? You want some groceries? You want some food? I can just order some food on the app, Instacart. And just like that, we'll get everything delivered. Instacart. And just like that, we'll get everything delivered. Do you want sardines? Oh yeah, you don't want to go, you're too tired to go shopping? You want to get it delivered? No problem. No problem. Well, the food, somebody's going to come and they're going to come deliver you food. So let's order some bananas, some beets, apples. You like apples? Yeah. And just like that, food's gonna come, groceries, without even us having to leave the campsite. You happy? And so just like that, we're able to get food delivered to us no matter where we are. The amazing local drivers always find us. So, no, we don't all sleep in this bed. Let me show you where Miss Lucy sleeps when we're living in a bus. So when you're traveling in RV full-time with a toddler, make sure you have something set up for their sleeping. As she still naps for a good an hour and a half, 2 hours a day, thanks to our amazing consistency with her sleep training, she's in great health because she's sleeping as she should as for a 2-year-old. And so how we're able to make sure that she's still sleeping her schedule even though we've left our house is this lovely slumber pod. So as you can see, it takes up a significant amount of space, but it's awesome because it's pitch dark during the day. Let's show your tent off, Lucy. You like your tent? You like the tent. And so in here, you'll see that we have a travel pack and play in there, and it's really cozy with her lovey, her tutu, her blankie. And the tent itself, like I said, you zip it up and then it's completely pitch black. So she sleeps in here during the day and of course at night. And at first, like I have to say, it was rough to get her to do it. Hey, at first it wasn't the easiest thing to get her to sleep in it. But with everything, as you keep it up and you're being consistent with it, it works. And so now, when she knows when it's time to go to bed, she gets tired. And she'll actually say like, okay, tent time. I want to go get cozy in my tent. So it worked. Like, she loves it. And I'm so relieved because, as you know, mamas, if your baby's cranky, it just ruins the whole day, right? So even though we're traveling, we're not able to do as much because she's so young, right? Like, we're not going off on excursions throughout the day. Everything that we do is really tailored to her schedule. But having this slumber pod has given us peace of mind and given her the ability to still, you know, get that growth and everything that she needs for her health while we're traveling. So down here, there's a fan to have more circulation. So we just turn the fan on and she's got a fan in there. So that really helps with good air circulation. We also have her, like, we brought her sound machine from home that's always connected when she's sleeping. So it's almost like a trigger. Like, she knows when it's time to go to bed, the sleep machine is on. She's not sleeping, so it's not on right now. And so all of this is really set up so that she can sleep properly no matter where we are. We just set up the tent and we're good to go. So I need to give a big shout out to our sleep consultant, Pamela at We Be Sleeping, as she's the one from 8 months old, gave me a sleep schedule for Lucia and really made sure that she was getting the adequate nap times and the wake times and all of that math that goes into sleep training. And it's actually Pamela that recommended that we get the slumber pod because I told her, like, hey, we're gonna be, I was worried, you know, before we left home, like, hey, we're going traveling with the baby. How is she going to nap? You know, like at home we had the pitch black out curtains. You can't do that as much with an RV, right? So that's why the slumber pod. So thank you, Pamela. Thank you so much. And I really hope this is valuable for anybody who is thinking about traveling full-time with a toddler, because their naps are so important. So when we are traveling, like on travel days, her car seat goes here. Obviously the tent is not here when we're traveling, and she just sleeps in her car seat. It's not the best sleep, but she's just so trained that she knows that it's time to go to sleep and she just passes out. Check out what the bus looks like when we have family time and we put the tent away. So we can slide up the pack and play in between the two captain seats. Benny's got his couch there, he's cozy. There's lots of room on the couch for us. And then at the back, we just lay the tent onto our bed so it's out of the way. When it comes to traveling full-time with a toddler, I highly recommend having some sort of meal plan in order. And the way that I can really do that, the way that I can feed her the nutrition that she needs, is thanks to these two appliances, kitchen appliances, that I highly recommend for any family, but especially if you're traveling in an RV because they're so compact. That is the Instapot. So my Instapot is amazing as I'm able to, you know, cook soups, stews, spaghetti sauces, beans, pasta, like you name it. Everything is cooked in the Instapot. There's also, like, so for the pressure cooker option, But there's also the steam option. So I'm able to steam vegetables and always have them in the fridge available, especially because this goes into, I steam a lot of vegetables before I blend it. So I highly recommend the Ninja blender because I'm always making smoothies for my little one. And so I'll steam vegetables like beets, carrot, sweet potato, and then blend it in the Ninja mixed with bananas, strawberries, yogurt, and she loves it. So I highly recommend for full-time RV travel with a toddler to equip yourself with the Instapot and a blender because this will save your life. Also with the Ninja, I'm able to make hummus and blended soups. So we love it. So when it comes to preparing for traveling full-time with a toddler, I highly recommend that you pack some toys, something to be entertained with. Is like, that's what they like at that age, right? But you don't have to bring so much. Like, I have a few of these bins, totes, plastic totes stored in the back of the bus, and I'm always kind of rotating the toys for her. So let's look at what I have in here that I rotate between her toys, like outside play as well as inside the bus. There's another drawer there, which is mostly books. So for the most part, I brought a lot of different books. I brought, she learns French, so I brought her a lot of French books that we got while traveling. And so I'm always rotating those books so that she has something new to be reading and I have something new to be reading. So in here, there's also, I brought some, I'm always stocked up on construction paper so we can do arts and crafts for her to color. She's got puzzles, wood puzzles, lots of wood puzzles. So those are things that you can bring that keep them captivated without, having such big things. However, I also have some chalk so that she can always play. Like, you gotta think things that are practical for the toddlers, but also just functional for you living in a campsite. So she has this dollhouse, which is honestly probably the biggest thing that she has, and got it for Christmas. And all these little play toys, and then of course she's got all her Paw Patrol friends. We have multiples of these, but see, this is not such a big thing. So you need to think about what are your kids actually playing with, and ask your relatives that are around, because they'll actually give you more insight about what your child is liking at that time. Because it took me a while to narrow it down to this from what we had, but I'm still a huge proponent of having experiences with her rather than just having her consume stuff and toys, right? So even though it seems daunting when you are packing for RV full-time travel in an RV with a toddler, it seems like a hard task to narrow down those toys. But I'm telling you, get a plastic tote, fill that up, and you can always rotate it. You will be shopping in other places. You will find random things along the way that they like to play with as well. So don't be so hard on yourself, and they will really have the best time, because it's really about spending time as a family and having new exciting memories outdoors and in different foreign places, so that they really realize that their home isn't just this little part of the world, and that they really are part of a global citizenship, that we all share the earth together. And so that's so neat that children are able to learn about the basics of travel and learning new cultures from such a young age. So don't be afraid about leaping forward and going for full-time travel with a toddler. You can do it. Honestly, the toys of what you pack is such a small portion of what you really need to travel full-time with a toddler. As these 6 items that I'm going to show you right now have really made our travels on the road so much better, because it becomes of the logistics of if you're going to go on a boat with a toddler, or you're going to go swimming, or you're going to go hiking, or you're going to go on a bike. There are accessories that you definitely need when you're traveling full-time with a toddler. But don't worry, we've tested it out, and these are the items that we swear by so that you can enjoy full-time toddler travel. Our favorite accessories that we bought for RV travel is this portable high chair that you can easily install on any picnic table so that your little one can easily be at the table and eat with you. Like I mentioned, these are so easy to install and really help making RV travel with a toddler so much easier, as you're not having to haul around a high chair or a booster seat. I really recommend these portable high chairs that you can purchase off Amazon, and they're really durable. We've had this one for a few years now. We even had it before we traveled, so we can highly recommend this. You will like it for your toddler. When you're traveling full time, there's nothing worse than having soggy towels that are heavy and damp all the time. So we love these microfiber towels that we use at the pool and after her showers in the RV, as they dry so quickly and they absorb the water that make it so much easier to dry her off quickly and get her nice and cozy after swimming or after going in the bathtub.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, family. We're on the boat. Hello.
You never know when you're just going to jump on a boat with your toddler, so it's always good to have a life jacket at your disposal, especially if you're going to be traveling throughout Florida where there's so much water and boat rentals available. You really do want to have a life jacket for them, just to give you so much more peace of mind when you are on the boat. I would not have gone on a boat without having a life jacket for my little one, especially if you don't boat often with your toddler. It can be a little unsettling and nerve-wracking, even with a life jacket. So it's awesome to have a life jacket at your disposal in your RV if you are going to be exploring nature and traveling full-time with your toddler. We go everywhere with our bikes while we're camping, and so having the seat attachment for our toddler is really helpful, as she's able to come along with us and she's safe and secure in the bike attachment. Got the bike seat on Amazon as well as her helmet to make sure that she was safe and secure along our journeys. I hope you also enjoy biking with your toddler.
1, 2. Come,
We purchased this toddler swim floatie from Amazon and we're not disappointed, as it enabled our little toddler to swim by herself without us having to hold her and gave her so much more independence and freedom in the water. So I highly recommend that if you're going to be swimming with your toddler, to purchase one of these floaties from Amazon, as they're not expensive and really durable. And like I said, just gives your child so much autonomy in the water. And it's such a fun time to swim together as a family.
Come to mommy. Come on, big girl, you can do it. Come on, Lily. Come on. Puppies? Oh, it's warm.
So if you plan on going hiking in the woods or anywhere off terrain, it's always great to have this toddler carrier that goes in the back, and the toddler is safe and sound in the backpack. Lucia loves this for us to go in the woods to adventure. Of course, it is really heavy, but makes for a good workout, and at the same time, you're able to hike and go places in the forest with your toddler and not having to carry them in your arms, as they're cozy on your back. So there is a link below that you can purchase one just like this that you'll have at your beck and call, which makes traveling and hiking with a toddler so much easier and fun for your family. So when traveling full-time with a toddler, you're bouncing from campsite to campsite, you need something to entertain them on the road. So let me tell you, first off, we did not want to get her a tablet or have any screen time. Especially when I was pregnant, I had all these ideas of like how my baby will be and how she won't be watching TV and this and that. Scratch all that. Because the reality is that she learns so much from TV, from YouTube, and from now her tablet. So before we left off, we got her the Fire tablet from Amazon, and She loves it. Our biggest problem now is making sure that Benny doesn't drive the bus when we're moving, as Benny thinks he's the driver. So on travel days, she has some time with the tablet. We've downloaded some games as well, so that it's not just watching passively, but she's actually engaged in like learning the alphabet and like matching shapes. So it's actually a really great tool, and we pull out the tablet like if we're at a restaurant or like when we rented a boat in Salt Springs, as it just allows us to have more peace of mind and keeps her entertained.
Hey! It's Lucy and Mommy on the boat! Ah! Yeah, we're out here. With our tablet.
Hey, we're back.
There you have it, ways that you can prepare for full-time travel. But most importantly, sit back and enjoy the ride, as there's so little for just such little time, and to have the opportunity to travel full-time is amazing. So if you have the chance, definitely do it and you won't regret it. Be sure to subscribe for Freedom Champagne for more full-time family travel vlogs.
1, 2. Whee! Come, kick, 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 kick.
During the Great Depression, many a tortoise lost its life because they needed food.
Look at your friends are following you.
We're 1 month in right now, a little bit more than 1 month, and it's been a great experience. Like Lucia gets to swim in different pools, meet new people, see different things. Right now our campground has like animals, like a donkey and goats and sheep and pigs. So it's just like bringing her learning to so much higher levels. And it's been an amazing experience so far. So if you are thinking about traveling with your toddler, even though it's scary, it seems like impossible, nothing is impossible, and you will really enjoy it and grow from it as a family.